Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, I'm going to be talking to the Health Secretary shortly, but first I've been chatting to Jamie Oliver about his public health crusade. He is campaigning to get David Cameron to introduce a sugar tax. The proceeds of the levy on sweets and sugary drinks, potentially £1 billion a year, would go into health promotion and schools. But Jamie is concerned the government seems to be watering down his big idea.
Well, here's the thing. When we started, it was like categorical, no, we will not tax sugary sweetened drinks. I was a lone voice. Everyone was trying to make me look like a fruitcake. Honestly, the length of sort of national institutions around medicine and public health that have come out, thankfully, and supported me, it's so long. Anyone you would trust your kids with is in support of this. I don't mind not getting the tax if there's something better and something more symbolic, because what we need is a change, a moment. And yeah, my worry is if we don't get the tax and we don't get a robust strategy that feels like, oh, new energy, new thought.
OK, so the magic of the television interview, I am now Jeremy Hunt, and I say to you, the trouble is, Jamie, we are against higher taxes. It's just too difficult for us. What's your message to me?
Well, Jeremy might be in support of a sugary drinks tax because obviously the NHS is at the sharp end of everything like type 2 diabetes that is affected by sugar. But obesity costs more globally than all conflict on the planet. It is a war. It's just, it doesn't have a shootout. It doesn't have a narrative that's like that, you know, and what it does is just slowly makes people ill, die young and be unproductive and be pretty unhappy.
This is a last-ditch appeal from your point of view.
Definitely. This is the capacity, regardless of politics, to have a legacy piece. In a funny kind of way, the stronger Cameron is on this strategy, the better for him. He's got 5 years where we could get good work done and entrench some new values that, you know, have a trajectory for England and Britain that bucks the trend. We're positioned, actually, to be world leaders. We really are. We really, really are.
It may well be that David Cameron's watching this. What would be your personal message to the Prime Minister?
Well, Mr. Cameron, I know you're very busy at the moment. Childhood obesity strategy is around the corner. Please be brave and be bold and put a strategy together. Put the stuff in the basket that's going to shift Britain. Please, as a parent, not a politician. Like, it is personal. It is about you taking us into the next decade and setting precedent that we can't go back on. And hurry up, please.
If it's not a big bang but a whimper at the end of all of this, how will you react?
I will be really, really, really upset. I mean, like, because this is a country. This is environmental. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do, but I will have to regather my thoughts. The relationships that I've built with many incredible NGOs over the last handful of years, I think we'll have to just change our strategy, get more ninja, go a bit more underground and a little bit less nice. And I think we need to sort of try and get them out of power as soon as possible, because child health has to be central to a healthy, prosperous economy. And it doesn't matter what government it is, it doesn't matter. So I don't think it'll be pretty.
Well, there's a man who knows what he thinks, the chef and campaigner, Jamie Oliver. And I just happen to have the Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, with me. Welcome, Mr. Hunt.
Good morning, Andrew.
Now, Jamie just said that he thinks you might be in favour of a tax on sugary drinks. Are you?
Well, it's a bit terrifying not to answer affirmatively if he's going to get more ninja.
He's going to get really ninja if you don't
as
say
as you
yes.
said. And I mean, obviously, it's Sunday morning and people are tucking into their bacon and eggs and chocolate croissant or whatever, and I don't want to be too much of a killjoy, but he is right. We have got to do something about this. And I've got a one-year-old daughter. On current trends, by the time she reaches adulthood, a third of the population will be clinically obese. 1 in 10 will have type 2 diabetes. It is a national emergency.
So you have to do something radical and big, which is why all this process of the discussion of a sugar tax is so important, because that would be a big, big symbolic thing, as big as the ban on smoking. It would have a big change on real people's behaviour.
Well, I actually agree with what he said in the earlier part of the interview.
So what's the argument against it if you're not in favour of it?
No,
or are you in favour of it?
I am in favour of what he said. It has to be a game-changing moment, a robust strategy. The issue here is do what it takes to make sure that children consume less sugar, because we have got this terrible problem. We are the most obese nation in the EU, and it's getting worse.
So what is it?
Well, we are going to be announcing in due course. We're working out the details. David Cameron has said if it isn't a sugar tax, it needs to be something that is equally robust, but he hasn't taken a sugar tax off the table. We have got parents up and down the country who want to know that they're going to be given the support they need to make sure their children eat healthily. And I think the other thing that Jamie has been very sensible in saying is, you know, partly it's what the food manufacturers do, and that's why you have discussion about taxes on drinks. It's also what the retailers do. It's what schools do. It's what parents do. And that's why we need a strategy that brings everyone together. And if we do this, I think it's just a final point to make. In this country, we have a very good record on public health. Recently, the number of teenagers smoking has fallen to below 5%. And this is huge progress. If we make up our minds, we can do this, and I think we will.
Put in a sugar tax and you'll be able to do it.
That's one of the options, but there are many other things as well.
I've been getting away with it all